guys, I wanted to do something I haven't done in a while here on my channel, and it is share my empties with you. And I feel like I've been accumulating my empties over the course of maybe about a year, and it's just been like the positioning of my little empties tub, which Kristen gave me this. I absolutely love it. And I've got it like in my L-shaped desk. It's in the corner on the opposite side, so I just kind of toss something through when I'm done with it. I know I haven't gotten everything in here because I remember one time I accidentally threw away some stuff that I meant to put in the empties. And also I've got skincare stuff that I've used downstairs that didn't get into this empties bin. But it's just kind of been positioned in such a way where I haven't been constantly going through it, but I have been feeding some stuff into it. And I am really proud of some of the things that I have used up. So even if this might not be everything, I felt like it would be a good representation of some things and a good opportunity to share with you what I have gone ahead and repurchased, and also the things that I haven't felt I needed to repurchase, you know? So I think we're just gonna jump in here and start with skincare. I've completely used up this watermelon micellar water. This is from the brand called Truly Organic, and I got it from Nordstrom at some point last year, and I really liked it. I love the scent, and obviously, you know, I went through a whole, how many ounces, 8-ounce bottle of this stuff, but they're not selling it anymore that I can find. This is a brand that I think has relabeled itself just Truly, and you'll find some products from them on Ulta's website. If you've found this particular product somewhere else, let me know, but I obviously did not repurchase because it wasn't available, and I'll show you what I'm currently going between right now. So we're talking a product I would use the very first thing, like when I sit down here, I just kind of like cleanse my face, so to speak, with the micellar type water, and I've been using this Miracle Water. I've used quite a bit of it actually from IT Cosmetics. It says anti-aging 3-in-1 glow tonic. I also got this from ColourPop, the 4th Ray line, this Waterfall Gentle Tonic. I wasn't quite sure if it was supposed to be used in that manner, but I have used it some, actually quite a bit here in the past couple weeks, and I've enjoyed it. And then also I've got this new Water Rose micellar water from Garnier. This was what I probably primarily used the most before the Truly Organic, except just their regular version. They didn't have this rose, which is claiming to be more hydrating. So I'm gonna try this out too, and we'll kind of try to settle in on the next best micellar water. Here's a biggie, my friends. This was my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, and I can tell you what, this is not the first one I've gone through. This is the second one. I don't have the other one, but it is completely clean, and it wasn't like cleaned out artificially or anything. Like, I wiped it clean as I used it and completely got everything out, and I love this stuff. It's a really rich cream. It has kind of this awakening sort of citrusy scent to it, and they call it Vitamin Enriched Face Base because it's supposed to be a great base for your makeup. And if you have, I would say, normal to dry skin, I think it's really something to look into. Now, I've tried something from e.l.f. recently. They've got something called their Holy Hydration Face Cream, and that texture is kind of approaching the level of the Bobbi Brown. I don't think it's quite totally there, but that's a nice rich moisturizer as well. But I can prove to you here, I've repurchased the Bobbi Brown. I've already dug fairly deep into that one actually already, just because I feel like that's a really special product. And you're looking at a face here that has had nothing done to it, like no Botox, no fillers, no nothing. And I feel like hydration, really good hydration, can be my best defense against makeup looking cakey on my skin, basically. And this stuff hydrates really, really well. Here's another thing I went through, this Drunk Elephant Sea Tango Multivitamin Eye Cream. This Drunk Elephant stuff is funny because all of a sudden you just pump some out and you're like, oh, there's nothing there. There's just no warning with this. But I like this eye cream, and it's supposed to have a Power 5C8 peptide blend. I know people love this stuff. You're really applying some good stuff to the skin, but after I finished this, I just kind of moved on, really. I guess for me, even after using up the entire bottle of this, I didn't maybe feel like I was noticing any big enough results to go ahead and get more of it. But what I did move on to from there was this little sample size of the Charlotte Tilbury. This is called the Magic Eye Rescue. And this stuff, I felt like it was a little bit richer, just more intensely moisturizing to the eye area. And I did feel like while I was using this is a big part of it, I felt as though I had a chronically dry area on the inner part of the eye and like inner part of the brow area. And I definitely haven't had that anymore since using using the Charlotte Tilbury. In fact, this is the one I repurchased. I will show you. I got it in the actual full size. So this was a generous sample size. I had gotten it because of a purchase through the Charlotte Tilbury website, and that was offered. And I was like, okay, great, I've been wanting to try it. Loved it, wiped it clean, and then have moved on to the other. And yes, I am still using my little makeup fridge for some skincare back there. I've got my Vichy hyaluronic acid that I'm almost done with. It's not fully drained yet, but I've got some cooling sticks in there, some mists. I'll probably go ahead and stick the eye cream back in there as well, because that's where this lived. All right, this is one, just one of many, but this is my Dove Dry Spray Invisible. It's the kind that says no white marks on 100 colors. There are a few different like cap colors, but you want the ones that say this. This is my favorite best deodorant, and I sweat. I'm a hot person. I really do feel like this works. It definitely shows on nothing. There's been a time or two when Bub has run out of his deodorant. He's used this stuff and it's worked for him. So I don't really care what scent I have. This is the one that says clear finish, and it has like a pinkish cap, but there's like a dark blue colored cap and a light teal one. I've used them all. It's just kind of whatever's available at Walmart at the time. But I have gone through quite a few of these and repurchased. Also, I see I've thrown in a little Tresemme. I love the minis, and I kind of usually keep one up here just for a little touch up to my hair sometimes before a video. Some days like today, I haven't really done that because I ran out of this. I haven't repurchased yet, but I'm going to, definitely. Oh, I threw in some false lash boxes here because I wanted to remember what I was using. And the Brittany Bear lashes, the exotic style here, the Verified, and then I know there's one more style that is in that collaboration with Salon Perfect. And I would, in a heartbeat, go ahead and repurchase these, but I don't know how. They say that they're available at Walmart. I haven't seen them at my Walmart, but that's just what the indication is from online, but yet there's no way to purchase them online. If you know how to purchase these, this is not my first cry for help on this, but I thought this entire Brittany Bear collaboration was great, and especially the exotic style. Gosh, I'd take the Verified one again too. They were all really nice, wispy, really amazing quality drugstore false lashes, and yeah, if you run into those, let me know. If you're wondering how I ever got them, it's because they were sent in PR. Ooh, another style that I love, and this was a 3-pack, and I've definitely gone through more of these too. It's the 652 of the Silk Noir style. It's a really nice, fluttery, long and soft lash. I'll have to pop up a picture of what that actually looks like, but that's a style I love as well, and that's been a little easier to get my hands on. Now, my friends, it's just a lot of eye products. Let's pull out the mascaras first, shall we? Now, to be honest with you, there are definitely some mascaras that I have thrown away before they've gotten totally used up. And if that happens, I don't put them in my empties bin because they weren't really empties, right? So they were just something that maybe I felt like, gosh, I didn't use it up in time. It's gotten too old on me. I just really don't like it, whatever the reason may be, and I've chucked it without using it up. All of these have been used up. So I've got 2 superheroes here, and I'm pretty sure there's been one more that I've used up also. I love that mascara. I'm wearing it today. I really feel like it's the best. It's the most intensifying mascara. It's really good at holding my curl. It definitely builds up faster than anything else. I mentioned the Maybelline Lash Lift, the Volume Express newer one. The one that looks like this. This is really new on the market, and I like this as well. It makes my lashes really nicely lengthened out, and it builds up, I would say maybe close to this, but I have to spend a little more time building. The superhero is just kind of like there in a heartbeat, and I love this stuff. And I think even though I experiment with a lot of different mascaras, and I want to be experimenting, this is one I'll always have on hand, and I definitely do have one right here. That was repurchased. Okay, my Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions, that's another one that I have gone ahead and repurchased because this I figured out was just the best thing on my lower lashes because it doesn't smudge or smear at all. I've tried several different drugstore alternatives that did end up smudging on me on my lower lashes. That's really where I used this. It was all right on the upper lashes. I wasn't personally like blown away by just the look in comparison to say Superhero, but where it really serves its purpose for me, like I said, even during childbirth, I had no smudges on my lower lash line and I had my lower lashes covered in this stuff, and that's because it's like a tubing mascara. So I've said it a million times, but it's not capable of smearing. It actually will come off in like little, I don't know, almost rubbery looking looking little bits when you finally wash your face. So I've repurchased it. Thrive is really a great brand to support, so I don't mind doing that. But it has been surprising how many lower cost alternatives I've played with that have not been able to actually be smudge free. And it must be just something in the formula. Maybe they're mixing that tubing formula with some pigment that's just more prone to transfer. Not sure, but I have repurchased that. CoverGirl Clump Crusher Water Resistant. I have gone through God knows how many of these in my makeup using time, but I've got one in the basket, and I didn't end up repurchasing this because I felt like the formula somehow changed. What at one point in time never smudged on me, started smudging on me. So again, lower lash mascara, it's gotta work. Nothing really makes you look super worn down in your makeup look like having a mascara smudging under your eye and giving you that raccoon look. You know, no offense to the raccoons out there, I love you, but no. I shoot videos when it's still dark out. Who knows how many raccoons are watching. MAC Extended Play Perm Me Up Mascara. Really liked this stuff for curl holding. It was actually an exceptional curl holding mascara. I didn't repurchase it. I know it doesn't really bulk my lashes up as well as Superhero, but it really did do awesome at holding the curl, so I still like it. And then I went through one of these Caution Extreme Lash Mascaras from Hourglass. A nice thickening mascara, a little more weighty on the lashes. If I were to compare it to Superhero, I'd say not too far off in terms of the look, but it doesn't hold my curl as well. Miscellaneous other things here, the Revolution Renaissance Flick eyeliner, which is just an eyeliner pen. Yes, definitely repurchased this. I think it's the easiest to use liquid liner pen, really. It's thicker in the middle. It's just easy to hold. The flexibility of the tip across the lash line is just so user-friendly. So if you've never used a liquid liner, this would be the best place to start, I think. I've also gone through a Milani Stay Put Matte 17-Hour Wear. I have this in multiple colors, but I've used up entirely the black matte. I think I'm close on the brown, and I have repurchased this as well. Super long wearing eyeliner, another thing that lasted through childbirth, and lots of brow stuff here, guys. I've used up completely 2 of these e.l.f. brow pencils. This is the Instant Lift kind, so if you can see, just this is how far I can twist it up. You can just see a little bit of the tip, that it's not as skinny as some of those super skinny brow pencils, right? So I think they actually fill in the brows a little bit quicker. I believe e.l.f. had said at one point it's their best-selling brow product. It's only like a couple of bucks. Deep brown is my shade in that, if you were wondering. I'm not too far from using up one of their skinny pencils, by the way. Now, as far as skinny pencils go, I've used up all of the Brow Stylist Definer in Dark Brunette from L'Oreal, all of the Ultra Fine Brow Pencil from CoverGirl in Soft Brown. Can you believe this, guys? All of the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Crayon, another skinny pencil there. All of this one from Sigma. I've rubbed off the name, but I think it's Fill and Blend, and it's in the shade Dark. So there's 4 mini pencils right there. I've talked about how it doesn't even feel like an accomplishment anymore going through these because you go through them so dang fast. And they're all about the same, I would say. I can't come up with a big difference between any of these, with the exception of the fact that ColourPop's skinny pencil is softer than the rest and deposits even more color and wears down even faster. And then I've also got a Brow Stylist Definer Boost and Set that I've completely gone through in the deep brown shade, Dark Brunette. And I haven't repurchased this because I've moved on to the Almay Brow Styler, which I think it gives you more product, better hold. About certain that'll be the thing I continue to repurchase. I haven't repurchased any of these skinny pencils. I have repurchased the e.l.f. though, as you can see, gone through 2 and moved on to another. But just looking in my brow drawer, kind of where I'm at is just using what I have. I'm trying to use up everything. I don't feel like I'm really trying to seek out a bunch of new brow stuff in the stores these days. It's gonna take me a long time to go through that Maybelline pomade that I have, but I love that stuff. But yeah, that's what I've got up here for empties, guys. I know it might be a little disappointing to see like, oh, I don't see a foundation in there or a powder in there. I can tell you I'm about to go through my Nude Sticks foundation. I have had some powders I've hit pan on, but as anybody who's got a lot of makeup knows, it does take a lot to use up a powder, actually. Completely using it up is really something. But rest assured, I do my makeup almost every single day. I tend to bounce around through a lot of different products, just trying to test things, compare one thing up against another thing. But I would like to do more empties for you, and honestly generate more empties too. And I think one of the keys from what I've heard other people say is you kind of have to do it on purpose. You know, you have to set aside some things where you're like, I really want to make a point to use this thing up. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, with the frequency that I do makeup, I would go through more if I did it a little more on purpose like that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these little mini reviews and reports on what I've repurchased and what I haven't. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again real soon. Bye.